Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you everything I think you need to know just to get up and running here in LEGO Fortnite. Game is super fun. You know, they kind of want it to be like a rival to Minecraft, which is a pretty lofty goal. So these are all the things I wish I knew when I first started the game. We'll go right down the list. One of the first things I wanted to know, like, look at this. This bed is slightly further out from the other one. That bothers me. I wanted to pick it up and move it back. How do I freaking do that? The answer is you can't. In LEGO Fortnite, once you have built a structure, it is there to stay. The only option you have if you want to move that item is to destroy it and then rebuild it. The good news is you are refunded 100% of the resources that you used to craft that thing. So if I were to break this bed, and I would want to do it with a pickaxe, okay? I wouldn't want to do it with a regular forest axe. The forest axe, even if you're breaking things that are made of wood, they're made for trees, okay? You only want to use the axe on trees. The pickaxe itself is for any structures, anything you've built. That's going to take it down quickly. So the only downside is that you lose a little bit of durability on your pickaxe if you choose to do that, but other than that, you don't lose any resources. So you cannot move objects once you have placed them, so be careful about where you place your objects. The next thing that I wish I knew is that, unfortunately, unlike other survival games, when you're going to build something, it will only pull from your inventory. Okay, so even though I have all of the things that I need to craft this lumber mill, I have all of those items. They're stored in my chests here inside the radius of my base. And there is a giant radius around my village, so I know where I can build and where I can't build. So it won't pull from your storage. Okay, so if you're going to build something, a structure of some kind or a resource of some kind, you have to collect all the resources from your containers first and have them on your person. The next thing I wish I knew is when it was nighttime, I was like, all right, let's just hop in my bed and we'll sleep the night away. And I was like, hey, time isn't passing. I'm not like actually fast traveling ahead to the morning. That's because, unlike Minecraft, when you sleep in a bed in LEGO Fortnite, it does not pass time. The only things it does is it replenishes your HP and it serves as a respawn point. That's the only thing a bed does, okay? It restores HP and it's your respawn point. So you can't actually pass the night away. You need to actually get used to enduring the night cycle. And the night-day cycles are pretty quick in this game, so it's really not a huge deal. But if you're the kind of person that's like, oh, I don't want to deal with the nighttime, I'm sorry, you're going to have to deal with it. Let's talk about combat for a second, okay? So you're going to want to craft a sword. The base sword's pretty easy to make. You're going to have a, I'm assuming you're going to follow the tutorial and have a workbench so you know how to make a level 1 sword. Now, you don't necessarily need a shield. The first enemies that you're going to encounter are pretty basic. Like, they're really not too problematic. Okay, little spiders. The wolves look intimidating, but they're really not tough at all. Even if you're just strafing and walking in circles around them and taking just a stab here and a stab there, you don't have to do a full combo if you don't want to. Otherwise, you have your dodge roll, so you can stab, roll, and it may be a little slower, but at least you're going to stay safe that way. But these beginning combatants, even the skeletons, they're not really much of a challenge at all. So they're meant to look intimidating, but they're really not too intimidating. Another thing is that resources will regenerate around the map, so as you're picking things up, they will eventually respawn. Now, it takes a long time for like wood on the ground to respawn. That doesn't happen quickly, but caves will respawn. Enemies will respawn and their resources will respawn. But it happens very slowly. I think that's because the game wants you to not stay rooted in one spot. They want you to go out to explore. They don't want you to sit here and have to wait a full week in game for resources to respawn. They want you to go see what's over that hill, over the horizon, and find new biomes and new resources to farm. Let's talk about villages. So first and foremost, one of the things that's going to happen is that villagers are going to be walking around. They're going to come up. They're going to be like, hey, what's going on in this place? This place looks neat. Now, besides the pink bear, Cuddle Team Leader. Besides Cuddle Team Leader, any villagers that show up, you can invite them to stay in your village, and they will perform tasks. They'll have jobs. You can ask them to even go adventuring with you. If you're like, you know what, Meowskulls, my swole kitty cat friend, I want you to come with me and beat up some skelly boys in the caves with me. You can do that. You can assign them to go pick up resources around the village. You can assign them to refine resources in the village. But in order to get them to stay, you have to have a bed made for them. So there needs to be a bed for every villager. See how this says Meowskull's bed? It's because I built a bed in this little shack, and when I recruited him, he asks, do you have a bed for me to stay in, to sleep in? I say yes, and then he falls into it. Same thing with Sunflower here. I made another little bed next to mine. Boom, you're good to go. It's got our backpack on it, so you know that it's claimed. The other thing is that in order to unlock new crafting recipes and new structures to build and palisade walls to put around your village, you have to level up your village. So you come to your little village marker, like town square marker here, and when you interact with it, it'll show you the current level of your village. And then right here, it'll say upgrade village. You click on that and it'll show you everything you need in terms of resources in order to take your village up to the next level. My current level is 3. Get these resources and then I can take it up to level 4 and unlock new crafting recipes, furniture, etc. Speaking of upgrading, a lot of these resources that I need in order to take my village to the next level, I can't craft. So what I have to do is I have to come over here to my level 1 workbench, right? My crafting bench here. And you want to hit bench upgrade, same as the village. Hit bench upgrade, and then it'll show you all the resources you need in order to level it up to the next level. And that's going to give you another, so every time you level it up, right, you go from white axe, white pickaxe, white shovel to green axe, green pickaxe, green shovel. And you can craft those things now. And I have them on my person. And you're going to need those higher tiered tools so that you can go and collect higher tier resources. You can't use a level 1 pickaxe, level 1 forest axe to harvest some of the more difficult things in the game. So boom, this is my level 2 forest axe, the green rarity. And you need this to get knotroot. You can't harvest knotroot without this axe. And so one of the things you're going to have to do, it's going to say you need to get roller shells. And you might be like, I have no idea what a roller shell is. Let me tell you. So rollers are these little combatants. When you approach them, they'll just look like a rock with a little flower on the head, and it'll wiggle a little bit. It's actually like almost like a mud crab kind of a thing, right? It's going to pop up out of the ground when you get close, and it's going to roll into a ball and try to attack you. And it does a lot of damage with that attack, but it's very easy to dodge. So wait for him to do the rolling attack, step out of the way, approach him, smack him a bunch, until he's dead. When you kill them, you can pick up shells. When I first saw shells is what I needed, I thought, oh, maybe I need to go down to the beach and collect shells. And no, it's not that. You have to kill these rollers and collect their shells. Once you have those, you can level up your workbench. Then you can start crafting the the level 2 items that you need to harvest the level 2 resources. And in order to find things like knotroot, and then you need to find like marble, all that stuff, you need to go into caves. And there's going to be caves very close to where you initially spawn. For me, it's like literally, I don't know, 75 yards away from my starting spot is a little cave that I can go into. And when you go inside, you're going to see knotroot. There's going to be chests that you can loot, and inside those chests are going to be some tier 2 resources and tools as well. So make sure you're clearing out those caves. They can be a little intimidating at first, but they're really not too bad. I recommend bringing a villager with you. Just tell one of the villagers back at your village, hey, come adventuring with me. They'll come in with you, and you can just let them deal with the combatants in there, those little skeletons. They'll beat up the skeletons on their own while you're free to just walk around with a torch and harvest the knotroot. And make sure you go in with some wood on you. That way you can actually build staircases to get the roots that are a little bit up high, and you can climb your way up to them, break them, get the resources, and then break the stairs, collect your wood again, and move on. Easy peasy. So there you have it. I think those are some of the just most basic skills you need to know, and some of the information you need to not worry about, like moving items and whatnot. I hope you found this helpful and informative, and if so, let me know by leaving a like on the video, and I will continue to put out more content giving you tips and tricks on this game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be warm and well fed. Hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.